This is Roger Cohen in Cairo for the New York Times. 18 days may not seem like long for a revolution, but during that time there was quite a lot of boredom, quite a lot of sitting around waiting for things to happen. And I think in the end that was a good thing, because a lot of conversations that had never happened in Egypt before took place.
بنتكلم في كل حاجة، بننقل دي فرصة كبيرة إن أي حد يكتسب خبرة من أي حد تاني. بنقابل ناس عمرنا ممكن هنقابلها من ثقافات مختلفة، من أديان مختلفة.
These were conversations between the westernized Egypt, young people, often foreign educated, living abroad who'd come back, and the Islamist Egypt. These two parts of Egypt hadn't really known each other before, so it was a kind of breakthrough. I remember one conversation in particular between a young Egyptian woman living in Geneva who'd rushed back to Cairo when she saw the scenes in Tahrir Square, and a 40-year-old Muslim Brotherhood member, big black beard. These two people previously would not have spoken to each other. And what emerged from their conversation was that they might differ about certain things, say on whether people should be allowed to drink in public, but their view of an Egypt with strong democratic institutions coincided. The other very important cultural breakthrough, and this is true of Egypt and I think also of the wider Arab world, is this sense suddenly that you're an actor in history rather than merely an object of history. That as a human being, you can do things which change things. Previously, I think, here in Egypt, Egyptians felt after 30 years under Mubarak that they just had to suffer whatever the regime did. This, I think, could have an important transformative effect on the Arab world, because what's the effect of powerlessness when you feel you can't do anything as an individual? One is that you see conspiracies everywhere, and the Arab world has always been full of these conspiracies that either America or Israel or somebody was controlling their lives, and that in the end is very negative. Now I think you'll have people who believe they can do things. Another difference is that if you feel your life is worth nothing, you're probably more likely to find an appeal in fanatical movements that say, hey, come to us, subsume your identity into these utopian, destructive, often suicidal beliefs, and your life then will have some value. So I think on all those fronts, these changes in Egypt have been very important, both of course for this country and for the wider Arab world.